What a chapter! Chapter 7 just continues to impress me, even if I've read it for the third time. So I'm reading the fan translation of the manga, which is titled We're Counting on You. So, chapter 7 talks about Emma trying to discover the source of the tracker. Because Ray in the previous chapter said that if Mama already had her suspicions, why just doesn't Mama Isabella? Why does she doesn't just ship them out immediately if she knows who they are? Even Ray saying in the previous chapter, if she knows all of our plans, why doesn't she just hurry up and find us? That's true, Emma said. So that's why she's being weird, according to Ray. And Ray and Norman are relying on Emma to find out where the trackers are. In the meantime, while Ray and Norman are washing the dishes, they've been planning how to get rid of the new sister crone. And what I love about this comic panel in chapter 7 is Ray has this deadly look in his eyes that he is ready to kill. At this point in the manga, Ray is obviously in the dark side, and it's obviously shown in his character with his dark emo hair, looking dark eyes, dark slit eyes, unlike Norman, who has a soft smile, white hair, nice aura. But Ray is the complete opposite of Norman. So with Ray pointing that fork outwards, and then indicating to Norman that implying to Norman that we will have to kill this sister to avoid the danger altogether, he's not hesitant to kill. And that's so dark in this manga because it's giving these kids the opportunity to actually eliminate or get rid of someone they know as an enemy at this point. Even Ray and Norman, as 11-year-old characters in a fictional series, that's really dark. And for this series to be read by teens or preteens, wow, how twisted or dark the characters can get. Even when Sister Cone was trying to shake Norman and Ray's hands, it's as if she's trying to feel something, how firm their grips are or anything like that. So that's something to observe on this chapter. Sister Cone is obviously up to no good because she wants the position of Mama Isabella in the orphanage, because Isabella has been like the youngest and most competent out of all the orphanage. To be able to ship out premium quality goods is something that Isabella is very competent of, and obviously Sister Cone wants to gain that position. So she has decided in her inner monologue that she's got to hurry up and find those people who were able to see the harvest or the shipping when Connie died on the first chapter. And so Emma and Gilda secretly went. Well, they are the only girls. They're basically in the children's section where the babies are. Girls are only allowed to change and bathe the baby girls. So Emma, being with Gilda, readily accepted the job to find out the trackers. And even Ray is emphasizing at this point, think from the enemy's point of view. And that's something that I do love about Ray, and I love about this mangaka. It's as if the mangaka is saying you have to think from the enemy's point of view, observe, analyze, and read the enemy. So that's really a strategic thinking that Ray is putting out there, or the mangaka is putting out to the readers. And finally, Gilda is very being observant. When I first read this chapter, I really thought that Gilda is up to no good or something, because she has been suspecting Emma from the beginning on some things that she thought about, but she is keeping quiet, or sometimes Gilda wasn't able to speak out her mind because of distractions. At this point, Emma found out where the trackers are, and because it's very prevalent, it's very obvious, because little baby Carol just came in the house. It's quite big. I mean, the tracker, when it's implanted behind their left ear, even Emma remembering how the trackers got into Nyla, Phil, Mike, and Connie, and the other kids. It's very incredible how she speculated that being told that that's a needle mark, that's a complete lie. So in her head, in her inner monologue, Emma is thinking, Maybe there's no way that we can get rid of the trackers, especially if it's a demon's tracker. But then she held on to Carol's hand and really thought of, no, we must find a way to get out of this. We have to destroy the trackers. And she still thinks the positive side, no matter how little progress they've made at this point. Isabella, in the meantime, is trying to communicate to Grandma. Grandma Sarah, as I've told in the commenters in Reddit, that her name is Sarah, even though it's not mentioned here in the chapter or in the manga explicitly. Grandma Sarah has been trying to persuade Isabella to ship out the premium quality goods for the Tifari, for the demons. And when I first read this on the V's Media translation, I've seen the most horrific demon gathering in a banquet table, or it's like a council meeting. I know who the demons are. I know what's going on in here because I've read past this chapter. I'm already updated, but I'm just gonna provide a name here. That one demon, the head demon, I thought he was the leader of the group. But then, of course, he mentioned here the strange child demon god's name that's unpronounceable. He said that child demon god will be elated to hear the news. We're gonna finally be able to get the goods from the orphanage, and he is being told by one of the Gracefield supervisors, the Gracefield demon supervisor telling Duke Iverk about the premium quality goods that they're gonna be eating for the festival, the Tifari, the ceremony. And when that flower, that red Vida flower just bloomed, it just shook me. Being like looking at this for a second time, at first I didn't know what it means, but now I have deep understanding about the meaning when the flower blooms red during their gathering in the council hall or in the banquet. And it really is horrific, as if you are in this world. Posca de Miso just showcases the best of her artwork, married through Kayoshi Rai's storytelling. The demon in the Gracefield farm or in the orphanage is saying that he's like reporting to Duke Iverk the premium quality goods in Gracefield. Duke Iverk is saying to other demons in the council, nobody better mess this up. The meal we present to the child demon god, to their god, must be of uppermost quality, unlike ours. And then they're gonna commence their prayers to the child demon god for their for the Tifari. So looking at this panel, the last page of chapter 7, it really shook me to the core, but at the same time it really amazes me. The world building in Kayoshi Rai's mind is just phenomenal, and it's really horrific how they're just planning to eat children, planning to consume them in the most horrific death. I thought this was the most horrific scenes I've read in manga, but no. When I read volume 8 or 9, around some few chapters there are few chapters that are more horrific than this last panel or this last page in chapter 7. So let me know what you think about chapter 7, Yakusoku no Neverland. And I hope you enjoy this manga review and have a great day. Thank you. Bye.